One night, a security camera recorded someone standing in the hallway. The problem? The house was locked, and the family was asleep upstairs. October 2018, a quiet town outside Columbus, Ohio. The Parker family had just moved into a two-story house. Old neighborhood, tree-lined streets, nothing unusual. Mark Parker was 36, an electrician, practical, not superstitious. His wife Jenna worked remotely as a graphic designer. They had two children, Lucas, 10, Emma, 7. The house was built in 1948. White siding, wood floors, a narrow staircase near the kitchen. It felt perfect. The first week was peaceful. Boxes unpacked slowly. Neighbors brought cookies. Kids explored the backyard. Then, small things began happening. Nothing dramatic, just strange. A cabinet left open overnight, lights on in empty rooms. A faint creaking sound after midnight. Mark blamed the old wood. Old houses made noises. Still, the sounds always came from the hallway. The first real incident happened 2 weeks later. Jenna woke around 3:12 a.m. She heard footsteps downstairs. Slow, careful, like someone walking barefoot. She nudged Mark awake. "Did you hear that?" Mark listened. Silence. He grabbed a flashlight and went downstairs. The kitchen was empty. Back door locked, windows closed, nothing stolen. The next night, the dog started barking at the hallway. Not playful barking. Deep, terrified. The dog refused to walk past the staircase. Mark laughed it off. Animals reacted to shadows sometimes. But Emma started complaining about something else. "Someone walks in the hallway at night," she told Jenna. Jenna assumed she meant Mark, but Emma shook her head. "No, not Dad." The girl described a tall shape near the stairs. She said it stood still, watching her bedroom door. Mark installed security cameras the next day. One in the living room, one facing the hallway, just in case. For 3 nights, nothing happened. Then the camera recorded something strange. At 2:47 a.m., the hallway light turned on. No one appeared on camera, but something moved. A shadow. Slow. Stretching along the wall, like someone walking just outside the frame. Mark checked the footage again. The hallway was empty, but the shadow was clear and moving. The following week got worse. Lucas woke screaming one night. He said someone sat on the edge of his bed. A heavy weight pressed the mattress. Lucas felt breathing near his face. But when he opened his eyes, no one was there. Jenna started feeling uneasy in the house. Certain rooms felt colder. The hallway smelled strange sometimes, like damp soil or old wood left in water. Mark began checking every room before sleeping. Closets, basement, attic hatch. Everything seemed normal. Until one evening, Jenna noticed something disturbing. The attic hatch was open, just slightly. Mark was certain he closed it earlier. They pulled the ladder down. Mark climbed halfway up. The attic was dark, dusty, empty, or so it seemed. But there were marks in the dust. Long marks, like something had been dragged across the floor. Recently, that night, the cameras recorded something else. At 3:08 a.m., a loud creak echoed from the staircase. The hallway camera activated. The motion sensor detected movement, but the image looked empty. Then the shadow appeared again, this time closer to the lens. Long, human-shaped. But the body casting it never appeared. Mark replayed the footage again and again. Something else stood out. The shadow stopped directly outside Emma's bedroom door and remained there for 23 minutes, 3 nights later, 2:30 a.m. Mark woke suddenly. He heard something moving in the attic. Slow, dragging sounds, wood scraping, then footsteps, directly above the ceiling. Mark grabbed the flashlight. He walked to the hallway. The attic hatch was open again, slowly swinging. He pulled the ladder down, heart racing. The attic smelled stronger now, damp, rotting. Mark climbed up, step by step. The beam of his flashlight moved across the dark space, boxes, insulation, dust. Then he saw it, a small mattress, hidden behind beams, blankets, food wrappers, water bottles. Someone had been living there. Mark froze. Then a voice whispered behind him, "Don't move." Mark turned slowly. A thin man stood in the shadows, dirty clothes, sunken eyes. The man held a knife. He had been living inside the attic for weeks, watching the family, walking the halls at night, standing outside bedroom doors. Police arrived 20 minutes later. The man tried escaping through the backyard. Officers caught him near the fence. He was homeless. He had entered the attic through a broken vent, weeks before the family moved in. He survived quietly above them, coming down at night, taking food, watching, sleeping while they lived below. The police showed Mark something disturbing later. The hallway footage, enhanced. The shadow finally made sense. The man had been standing just outside the camera frame, watching the children's doors, night after night. The family moved out 2 weeks later. They never returned to the house. But the most disturbing detail came months later. Police found another hidden space inside the attic. Older, much older, another mattress, rotten blankets, and a small notebook. The notebook was dated 1993. Someone else had lived there before, watching another family, maybe more. Which raises one terrifying question. How many houses hide someone, living silently above the ceiling?